Hello, hello. I have come to share with you my Not Quite Nick the Booksmith challenge. Definitely inspired by Nick's challenge, and I'm not very good at sticking to rules. So I do apologise, but I had so much fun making this journal. And I'd also like to thank April from Pink Odd Bird. Unknowingly, she kind of pushed me into doing this. It is a book with a difference. You know me. Like I said, can't really stick to the rules. This is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, Missing Week, Edgar Allan Poe. Always been a little bit fascinated by his missing time. This book is 13 centimetres across, 23 centimetres long, and the spine is 11 centimetres. It is card, and it is wrapped or covered in a, would you believe, wallpaper. Little title plaque on the front with a bit of a collage, and inside it houses 2 travellers' notebooks. I just felt that travellers' notebooks were kind of the way I needed to go with this. So if I can take this out, this undoes, and inside we have the 2 travellers' notebooks. So I kind of struggled with this a little bit because although the concept journal idea I love and I have so many ideas, it's kind of other people's thing, and I don't know, it just always seems like I shouldn't be doing this because it's someone else's thing. But Nick put this out there, so thanks, Nick. I did have such a ball doing these. So the idea, these are 2 ancestors of Poe doing a little bit of investigative work and having very different ideas about what Poe was doing during that missing week. So this one I haven't named. This one is Rose. This is the older one. I don't know if you can see the covers. These covers are made from a reclaimed leather from a red leather sofa. A vintage sofa. So this one is kind of wrinkled leather, and this one is still wrinkled, but it's a little bit smoother. So they both had very different ideas about what happened to Poe during that week. They're kind of decades apart. They're not time perfect. Things that are in these journals are not relative to the exact time, but I like them, so I've put them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that aside, and we'll go through the first one. Now this is a guy's journal. He had a very kind of sinister view about Poe. He believed that he was drunk, he was found drunk, and Rose believed that he had tuberculosis and he was ill, and she looked at different things compared to this guy here. So inside there are 2 inserts in each book. This one is for the newest family member to kind of investigate what might have happened to him, and this is the journal that belonged to the guy that was looking into what happened. So if I can, I'm just going to take this one out so we can go through this. Oh, what have I done? I'm very low on battery, so I'm going to obviously mess things up quite a bit today. So there is a fabric collage on the front, little book plate, so anything can be written in there. Canvas cover. It's all been, this is tea stained, so I think I'm going to have to move that out of the way a little bit as well. Here we go. Nope, battery's about to die, so I'll have to come back to this. I'm back. I've only charged it for 15 minutes, so I'm not sure how long it's going to last. So anyway, we were going in. So it's a traveller's notebook, like I said, canvas cover. Am I zoomed in enough? I think so. Ooh. So some stamping. It's tea stained paper, and I've kind of left it a little bit longer than usual, so it's a little bit darker in this particular traveller's notebook. We've got a Poe image, and I've used Abby's snippet technique around the side of that, and I'll link Abby down below. Some stamping. We've got some scrapbook paper, a little kind of fabricy flap there, images, and a not so nice newspaper article about Poe. Done some little collage down the side, and here is the first little hangy tag with a little piece of ephemera, and some of this comes from Nick's kit. Music paper. This is the first one. I love how these came out. I was so pleased with these envelopes. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there's one of Poe's titles. I just sent into the maelstrom, and we've got crow, and I printed this image onto vellum, inked the envelope quite heavily, and it's open so you can use the inside. There's a little music paper pocket here, and in here we have one of the kind of hangy tag envelopes made from a Poe book page, and there's obviously some collaging and stamping and wax seal on that one. Little collage here with mystery dictionary definition. This was a title page of a music book. In here we've got a little collage here with some fabric, and in here we have a picture of a saloon from the kind of time period from Baltimore, and a tracing paper tag, and this image is from Victoria Design, and it says deserted voice silent, and those words I pulled out of a Poe story. We have another image from Nick's kit. It's quite dark, and we've got an image of a bar, because obviously this guy thought Poe was very drunk, and the images, the faces in the images have been scratched out. This is a beautiful illustration from a book that I have called it's over there, hang on. It's Tales of Mystery and Imagination, illustrated, of Poe. And here we have, again, I've used another one of Abby's ideas to not stick the wax seal down, and this is one of my spoon stamps that I did. This is why and inside here is a piece of Poe's writing. That's why I was experimenting, because all my seals were too big. And that's the other side, that beautiful image. Another dictionary definition, this one's for missing. That just folds out. Another kind of person of interest that may have been considered by this guy as being involved and dying from sound, this one says. And that's another tracing paper image from Victoria Design. Nice big sewn pocket there. We've got a poison label from Nick's kit, and we have another one of those envelopes, and this is the mystery of Marie Margot, however you say that, and that's open as well. Oh, wrong way around. Oh, that's fine, it doesn't matter. So some lined paper, another dictionary definition. This is for drunkard, and a little collage on the side. Another one of the hangy tag envelopes with some collage in and some stamping. The other side of that little music paper pocket, little collaged pocket here, and another bar picture and a creepy image from Nick's kit, and this has all been very stained around the faces of the people in the image. This one, again, this folds out like that, and we've got another hangy tag with some creepy images from Nick and a little tuck in there. And this is the last one of the little hangy tag envelopes. Some stamping, there's some writing space, and this is all from a Poe book. This is, we have no idea who this is, but it's a vintage postcard, and he obviously had some relevance to Poe's missing week. So that is the guy's journal. Like I said, haven't named him. And this is a kind of little collage with some dictionary and muslin and cheesecloth. And it's just a plain notebook for the kind of exploration to continue. So I will put that all back together shortly. So that is Traveller's Notebook number 1. And we'll move on to Rose. And this is kind of just wrapped round here, and it has little rose charm and standard Traveller's Notebook closure. And this, if I can try and find the centre to take this out, I'll just do it through in the book. So I'll lift this up. There's another collage with music paper this time, and this has had some trim. It's all sewn round. Obviously quite distressed, the cover. This one is tea stained again, but it's a bit lighter. She's taken a little bit more care over her image of Poe. It's a different image actually, it's not the same image. Got some stamping, a little collage here, and the envelopes in here are slightly different. This one I've made with the food wrap paper, sort of kind of a glassine effect, and there's a little collage with a crow. I can't remember who these images come from, but I will link it down below and put that way around. Another one of these gorgeous illustration pages. Trim, we've got a little crow collage here, and there's a little luggage tag just on the back there. But this is another image I've made, collage I've made using a verse from one of Poe's poems and some collaging vintage button on there. Sorry, I'm in a little bit of pain. I can't really move my shoulder at the moment. I had a little fall down the stairs, as you do, or I do quite frequently. Seems to be one of my things. I've just popped that on there by mistake. So I'm kind of leaning in and I have to stand to do this. I can't sit. Anyway, so this is obviously Virginia, Poe's wife. Rose was a lot more interested in the ladies in his life, like I said, and here we have the dictionary definition to tuberculosis, which is how Virginia died and how Rose believed Poe died. And we've got a little vintage stamp on there. We have a little tiny map of Baltimore, a little lace pocket, and another one of these little opens that way, kind of sealed piece of Poe's writing in there. Little key stamp, and another one of these little kind of glassine effect envelopes that I've made with a little collage on there. This is a postcard, again, like I said, not to the time frame, but it's a postcard that Rose was sent. It's an original vintage postcard. I think it is 1917, but that's in there. We have this is Elizabeth, who I'll show you later. There's a bigger picture, but it's and there's some little medicine kind of apothecary labels in there, because like I said, she was more interested in the fact that he had an illness, because obviously he was found delirious in the street. We've got a little house here, not sure why that's relevant to Rose, but she found it important to pop that in. And another little piece of Poes writing. I did have a lot of fun with this. So this is Frances. She was very good friends, let's say, with Poe, and his wife Virginia found it important to stay friends with her, even though she had a very close friendship with her husband. This is a little bit of extra journaling space, and inside is Poe's memorial to where he was moved to 4 years after his death, and she finds it important enough to wrap that up. So this is Elizabeth. Yes, this is Elizabeth. And Virginia, on her deathbed, was convinced Elizabeth was trying to kill her. And there's a little piece of ephemera there from Nick's kit. And Rose obviously thought that was relevant and put her image in here. This is another collaged envelope with a verse from Poe. I thought they're quite relevant, so you can obviously pause and read if you feel you would like. We've got another little collage with a dictionary definition, but she's chosen much nicer dictionary definition. This is the definition for poet. Little collage lace pocket and some more kind of information about medicine. So here we have another little hangy tag and another little, it's for coughs and colds. Some of this comes from the old design shop, some of the ephemera, so I will link the old design shop down below. Another one of those beautiful illustrations, and finally we have Elmira. Elmira was one of Poe's first loves, and she actually claimed that Annabel Lee was written about her. We've got a little button here, vintage button with a little fabric collage, and again, you know, Rose obviously found this relevant to her investigation, so she's popped that picture in there. And that is the insert for Rose. And this is another, sorry, I'm just going to try and lift this up. Another little fabric collage and some muslin and cheesecloth, and that is on the notebook for, again, the investigation to kind of continue in there. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it's been a bit quick, but you know, battery and shoulder falling down the stairs, so these go inside. This is the cover. It's not designed to kind of hold it with any kind of stability as such. It's just designed to kind of hold these in place while they are on the shelf of a book. And the battery is about to die again, so I will leave it there. I have a bit of a different kind of video coming up later. I'm going to be crafting with my niece Lizzie. Hi Lizzie! And also tomorrow I will absolutely do my Happy Mail, but apart from anything else, the box, Kaylin, it was amazing. I could hardly lift it, and well, I can't lift it at all at the moment, but thank you. And and Gite, and I will do that video tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. This will probably be on my Etsy store, but later today. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.